The sun blazed. It painted the vast African sky in hues of gold and crimson. The Serengeti whispered ancient tales. It was a symphony of life, a testament to the enduring spirit of nature. In the heart of this vibrant wilderness, two souls began their journey. Amina, a young woman with eyes that mirrored the wisdom of her ancestors, came from the village of Mwiba. She was known for her grace, her intelligence, and her deep connection to the land. Kofi, a Maasai warrior, carried himself with the strength and pride of his tribe. His laughter resonated like the rhythmic beat of the drums, a melody that spoke of courage and resilience. Their paths crossed near the life-giving waters of the Grumeti River, a place where animals gathered and the earth pulsed with ancient energy. Their initial encounters were marked by caution, a reflection of the long-standing mistrust that existed between the villagers of Mwiba and the nomadic Maasai. The villagers depended on the land for their survival, their lives deeply rooted in agriculture and tradition. The Maasai, known for their cattle herding and warrior culture, roamed freely across the plains, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the migrating herds. Despite the differences in their upbringings, Amina and Kofi felt an undeniable pull towards each other. It was a spark of recognition, a shared understanding that transcended the boundaries of culture and tradition. They discovered a shared love for their homeland, a deep respect for the delicate balance of nature that sustained them. Their conversations, though initially hesitant, flowed like the river that connected their villages. Amina found herself drawn to Kofi's quiet strength, his unwavering loyalty to his people. She saw a nobility in his spirit, a kindness that belied the fierce reputation of the Maasai warriors. Kofi, in turn, was captivated by Amina's spirit, her unwavering belief in the power of unity and understanding. He admired her wisdom, her ability to navigate the complexities of their world with grace and compassion. Their differences, once a source of apprehension, became threads that wove a tapestry of shared experiences and dreams. As they spent more time together, sharing stories and dreams under the expansive African sky, their bond deepened. Love blossomed amidst the uncertainty, a testament to their shared humanity. They recognized in each other a kindred spirit, a reflection of their own longing for a world where differences were celebrated, not feared. The whispers of the savannah, once a reminder of their differences, became a symphony of hope, a testament to the power of love to bridge even the widest divides. Their love was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of understanding and collaboration. It challenged the long-held beliefs and suspicions that had kept their communities apart. It was a love that dared to imagine a future where the villagers of Mwiba and the Maasai could coexist, not as adversaries, but as allies, their destinies intertwined. Amina and Kofi's love story was a testament to the transformative power of love. It was a story that would be passed down through generations, inspiring hope and understanding in a world often divided. Theirs was a love that echoed across the savannah, a symphony of unity played out against the backdrop of a changing world. The arrival of their first child, a boy with eyes as bright as the African sky, filled Amina and Kofi's world with immeasurable joy. They named him Jabari after Amina's father, a symbol of the bridging of two worlds. 2 years later, Naya came, her name meaning purpose in Swahili, a testament to the hope their love represented. Their children were a living embodiment of the union between their people, a symbol of the harmony that could exist when differences were embraced. Jabari, with his infectious laughter and boundless energy, quickly won the hearts of both the villagers and the Maasai. He had his mother's quick wit and his father's adventurous spirit, a natural bridge between the two communities. Naya, with her thoughtful gaze and quiet strength, possessed a wisdom beyond her years. She was a keen observer of the world around her, absorbing the traditions and stories of both cultures with a quiet grace. Amina and Kofi's home, nestled near the banks of the Grumeti, became a sanctuary of love and laughter. It was a place where stories were shared, traditions were honored, and the bonds of family were celebrated. Their home was a testament to the richness of their blended heritage, a place where the vibrant colors and textures of Maasai culture blended seamlessly with the intricate beadwork and carvings of the villagers. The children grew up surrounded by the love and support of both families. They learned to navigate the cultural nuances of both worlds, speaking both Ma and Swahili with equal fluency. They learned the ancient art of tracking from Kofi's father, their small feet following in the footsteps of generations of Maasai warriors. They learned the rhythms of the earth from Amina's mother, their hands deftly planting seeds in the fertile soil. Amina and Kofi believed that their children should inherit the wealth of both their heritages. They wove together the traditions of the Maasai and the villagers of Mwiba into the fabric of their children's lives. They celebrated both the Maasai festival of Unoto, where young warriors proved their strength and courage, and the harvest festival of the villagers, a time of thanksgiving and celebration for the bounty of the land. They taught their children the importance of respecting the elders of both communities, instilling in them the values of listening and learning from those who came before. Jabari and Naya would sit for hours, captivated by the stories of their grandparents, their young minds absorbing the wisdom and traditions of their ancestors. The stories, passed down through generations, painted vivid pictures of their history, their struggles, and their triumphs. Amina made sure that Jabari and Naya understood the importance of education. She believed that knowledge was power, and she encouraged them to embrace the opportunities that education offered. They attended the small schoolhouse in the village, their laughter mingling with the voices of other children. Amina and Kofi were determined to ensure that their children, and the generations that followed, would have the tools to build a brighter future. Their home became a meeting place for both communities, a space where differences were celebrated and common ground was discovered. The villagers and the Maasai, once wary of one another, began to find common ground in their shared love for the children. They would gather for meals, sharing stories and laughter, the language barrier becoming less of an obstacle with each passing season. The children, oblivious to the historical tensions, played together, their laughter echoing through the savannah, a testament to the power of innocence to transcend old divisions. Amina and Kofi's love story was deeply intertwined with the fate of their land. They understood that their well-being and the future of their children depended on the health of the savannah. They witnessed firsthand the impact of changing weather patterns, the shrinking watering holes, and the increasing pressure on the land from a growing human population. They knew that they had to act to protect the delicate balance of their ecosystem. Kofi, with his deep understanding of the land and the ways of the animals, became a vocal advocate for conservation. He shared his knowledge with the villagers and the Maasai, urging them to adopt sustainable practices. He spoke passionately about the need to respect the land, to take only what they needed, and to ensure that there was enough for future generations. His words resonated with the people who had also witnessed the changes in their environment. Amina, with her sharp mind and organizational skills, took the lead in establishing community-based conservation initiatives. She understood that protecting the environment was not just about preserving wildlife, it was about securing the livelihoods of their people. She helped to establish tree planting projects, encouraging the villagers to reforest degraded areas. She worked tirelessly to promote sustainable farming practices, teaching the women how to increase their yields while minimizing their impact on the land. Together, Amina and Kofi became powerful advocates for their land. They traveled to neighboring villages, sharing their message of conservation and urging others to join their cause. They understood that the challenges facing their land transcended tribal boundaries, and they worked tirelessly to build bridges between communities. They believed that by working together, they could create a future where both people and wildlife could thrive. Every year, the Serengeti came alive with the spectacle of the Great Migration. Millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles thundered across the plains, following ancient migratory paths in search of fresh grazing lands. It was a breathtaking display of nature's raw power and beauty, a testament to the interconnectedness of life on the savannah. Amina and Kofi would gather their children, Jabari and Naya, and join the villagers and the Maasai in witnessing this awe-inspiring event. They would watch in wonder as the vast herds moved across the plains, their hooves drumming a primal rhythm against the earth. The air would be thick with dust, the sound of thousands of animals moving as one, a symphony of snorts, grunts, and thundering hooves. For Jabari, the migration was an adventure, a chance to witness the power of nature firsthand. He would stand mesmerized, his eyes wide with wonder, as the wildebeest stampeded across the plains, their horns locked in a primal dance. Naya, ever observant, would study the intricate movements of the herds, marveling at the way they navigated the treacherous river crossings, their instinct guiding them to safety. Amina and Kofi would use the migration as a teaching opportunity, explaining to their children the importance of respecting the delicate balance of nature. They would point out the predators, the lions, leopards, and cheetahs, who relied on the migration for their survival. They would explain how the ecosystem depended on each and every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest herbivore. As the years passed, Amina and Kofi's influence extended far beyond their immediate families. Their unwavering commitment to unity and conservation had a ripple effect, inspiring others to follow in their footsteps. They were no longer just husband and wife, they were respected leaders. Their wisdom sought after by both the villagers and the Maasai. They established regular councils, inviting representatives from both communities to discuss matters of common concern. Amina, with her natural diplomacy, was a skilled mediator, able to bring people together and find common ground. Kofi, respected for his honesty and integrity, ensured that all voices were heard and that decisions were made for the benefit of all. Education was a cornerstone of Amina and Kofi's vision for the future. They believed that knowledge was the key to breaking down barriers and creating a more just and equitable society. They worked tirelessly to improve the small schoolhouse in the village, securing funding for more teachers and resources. They encouraged the Maasai to send their children to school, challenging the traditional belief that education was only for those who lived in permanent settlements. Amina and Kofi understood that their work was never done. They knew that the path to unity and conservation was an ongoing journey, one that required constant vigilance and commitment. They instilled these values in their children, teaching them that leadership was not about power, but about service, about using their voices and their actions to make a positive difference in the world. The relentless march of time, like the ebb and flow of the Grumeti River, brought both joy and sorrow. Chief Jabari, Amina's father and the wise elder of Muiba, had grown frail. His once booming voice, which had so often echoed through the village square, had softened, his words now imbued with a quiet wisdom that came with a life lived in harmony with the land. Amina and Kofi sat by the old chief's bedside, their hands resting gently on his. Jabari's eyes, though clouded with age, still held a spark of recognition, a deep love for his daughter and the Maasai warrior who had captured her heart. He had witnessed their love story unfold, had seen the transformative power of their union, and he was filled with a profound sense of peace. "My children," he whispered, his voice raspy but firm, "you have honored the spirit of our ancestors. You have shown us that love knows no boundaries, that unity is not a dream, but a choice we make each day." He paused, his chest rising and falling with the effort of his words. "Remember, true leadership is not about power, but about service. Lead with compassion, with wisdom, and always listen to the whispers of the wind, for they carry the wisdom of generations past." Amina, tears streaming down her face, nodded, her heart heavy with both grief and a deep sense of gratitude. Kofi, his usual jovial demeanor replaced with a somber respect, squeezed the old chief's hand. He understood the weight of the responsibility that was being passed on to him and Amina. After Chief Jabari's passing, a palpable sense of loss settled over Muiba. Yet, amidst the grief, there was also a sense of continuity, a recognition that the values the old chief had embodied would continue to guide them. Amina and Kofi, their hearts heavy with grief, but their spirits strong, stepped into the roles of leadership, their path illuminated by the wisdom of those who had come before. They held regular councils, gathering the elders and representatives from both the villagers and the Maasai. Amina, with her natural diplomacy and her mother's gift for listening, ensured that everyone felt heard. She had a way of cutting through disagreements, of finding common ground and fostering a sense of shared purpose. Kofi, known for his strength and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, brought a sense of stability and reassurance to the proceedings. He was a man of few words, but when he spoke, his words carried weight. He had a way of distilling complex issues down to their essence, making it easier for everyone to understand the challenges they faced and the decisions that needed to be made. Together, Amina and Kofi navigated the complexities of leadership with grace and humility. They understood that their role was not to dictate, but to facilitate, to guide their communities towards a future where both tradition and progress could coexist. Amina and Kofi placed a strong emphasis on education. They believed that knowledge was the most valuable inheritance they could bestow upon their children and the future generations of both Muiba and the Maasai. They expanded the small schoolhouse, transforming it into a place of learning where children from both communities could come together to explore new ideas and embrace the power of knowledge. Amina, drawing on her own experiences, developed a curriculum that blended traditional knowledge with modern learning. She invited elders from both communities to share their stories, their skills, and their wisdom with the younger generation. Children learned about the medicinal properties of plants from the village healers, the art of tracking from the Maasai warriors, and the ancient rhythms of storytelling from the grandmothers who kept the oral traditions alive. Kofi, passionate about preserving the natural world, spearheaded the creation of a conservation program within the school. He believed that by instilling a love for the land in the hearts of the younger generation, they would ensure the protection of their precious ecosystem for generations to come. Children learned about the delicate balance of the savanna, the importance of protecting endangered species, and the ways in which they could live in harmony with nature. The school became a vibrant hub of activity, a testament to Amina and Kofi's belief in the transformative power of education. It was a place where children from different backgrounds could come together to learn, to grow, and to dream of a brighter future. As the sun began its final descent, casting long shadows across the savanna, Amina and Kofi found themselves drawn, as they often did, to the banks of the Grumeti River. The river, a constant presence in their lives, flowed onward, a timeless symbol of the enduring power of nature. They sat in comfortable silence, their hands intertwined, their love a tangible presence in the fading light. Amina murmured, "Kofi, do you ever wonder what people will say of us when our time on this earth has passed?" She gazed out at the river, its surface now a mirror reflecting the fiery hues of the setting sun. Kofi, his arm wrapped protectively around Amina's shoulders, smiled and replied, "My love, we have woven our story into the very fabric of this land. Our love is etched in the laughter of our children, in the unity of our people, in the rustling leaves of the trees we planted together." He leaned down, his forehead resting against hers. "The echoes of our love will be carried on the wind, whispered through the grasslands for generations to come. Long after we are gone, our story will continue to inspire, to remind our people that even the most deeply rooted divisions can be bridged by the power of love and understanding." And so it was that the love story of Amina and Kofi became a cherished legend, passed down through generations. Their names, whispered around crackling fires on cold nights, evoked a sense of hope, a reminder that even in a world often marred by conflict and division, love had the power to heal, to unite, to create a better future. Their legacy lived on in the hearts of their children, Jabari and Naya, who carried the torch of their parents' wisdom and compassion, working tirelessly to ensure that the bonds between their communities remained strong. They became leaders in their own right, their voices echoing the values of unity, conservation, and education that their parents had so carefully nurtured. The savanna, once a silent witness to the tensions between two cultures, now thrived under the watchful eyes of a united people. The land, nourished by the love that had blossomed there, yielded bountiful harvests, ensuring prosperity for all. The animals roamed freely, their numbers replenished, their presence a testament to the power of conservation. And as the sun rose and set over the Serengeti, casting its golden glow on the land that held the memory of their love, the story of Amina and Kofi continued to echo, a timeless tale whispered on the wind, a testament to the enduring power of the human heart, to choose love over fear, unity over division, and hope over despair.